Mensrea. No one asked me about this. I mean, vocabulary related to 놀러 conten츠래. I know it from like law, cause I kind of memorized like Lera, Vish, or even a Mensrea, like this. These are really kind of from the law. That's really the reason I know it. 그런 라틴 좀 많이 미국 로에서 봤어요. Which no, you're gonna see it. Which is the Latin verb to increase? Crescere. Isn't that one? Fidelis, faithful. Occultum, magic. Oh, but do I have to say sorcery or magic? I have to say sorcery or magic. Do you know what? That's a challenge. Sorcery is also magic. It's not really secret. It's only magic. Rather do sorcery. Oh, I'm a secret. Okay. Joy. Leticia. Oh, I learned it many years ago. Faba. Pinonio. Faba bean. Oh, de Leticia. I learned it. Oh, many years ago. Because they were always from French. Oh. Sorcery and magic. So I wanted to go to secret. Because sorcery and magic basically the same. So I was thinking, but not necessarily. Carnal, flesh. Soul. Isn't that a percentile? 10 decimals. 10th. Keys that I know. Osculate. For sure. That's how I learned. Osculate. Do you know this right? You are smarter than me. Osculate, right? There's keys, I should. I tell the truth, I wanted to do oculate them, but last time I chose a secret, it said no. It was like, in Latin, it's a secret. Castra. Is it a castrate? Castra. 이게 홈인가 그럴 거야? 진짜? Castra mi casa su casa. I don't know. I kind of forgot it. Casa. Camp. Oh, okay. Smooth. Oh, gentle. Oh, okay. Conjunct. Is lover or wife. Conjugate. Death. More or morse. Claudere. I don't know. I don't know. Courage, no. What is that? Serite, no. Senses virtuous, no. Hibernate, sleep. Oh, winter core, hibernate. Oh, okay. Winter core better. Hibernate. Oh, okay. The hibernate. Not just, hibernate your computer, but during the hibernation, little tiny pets go to actually sleep. They use a lesser energy by lowering. Oh, okay. So I really thought that it's asleep. I'm really sorry. Dorma. bello, fiducia, trust, res. I know. Matter. 다 되는데. Matter. It means less. Isn't that one? Yeah. This is really related to the law in the United States. It's a very common one. Aquila eagle, definitely for sure. That's really the Aquilus, somebody's nose, like an eagle hawk punishment. Buena, penal code, for sure. That's really the law. Teach, docere, because doctor, docente, 그럴걸? 그지? docente, Deuter, doctor, patria, fatherland, homeland. Incendere, set fire. Incend. Voice, phalanx. It's a battle position. Sentire, feel. Isn't it feel? Sentire. I don't know. I think it's a feel. Can we see to think? Pensare. Oh, je sens, c'est très bien. Feel something, isn't that one? I don't know. 답이 없는데? Feel. I have no choice. Novus novum. Authority. Verex. Truth. Yeah, I didn't do well. I'm so sorry. I feel really emotionally shamed. Because I didn't do well. 이건 너무 못했다, 그지? 다시 한번 해보죠. Brutus, not you. I said I came to Brutus, not you. Etru. That's Idris. Brutus, not you. That's much I know. Caesar also. Alma Mater, definitely School of Origin. I'm actually doing this twice. First time I only got 83 percentile. I didn't do well. But I actually got most of them related to law. It's true, right? Ad nauseum. It's an ad infinitum ad nauseum. The day before yesterday, Rachel might have used ad nauseum. Donald Trump lied to the point of ad nauseum. Like, oh yeah, I got it. That's from, what's that? The philosophy course. This one I didn't get it. This one for sure. Oh my gosh, first time I got it, 이거 첫 번째네 맞췄는데 갑자기 왜 잘못 눌렀어? Against the main ad hominem, you always got it. So if someone actually makes ad hominem attack, what does that mean? Oh, I mean, I got the first one. Oh my gosh, can we actually go back to the previous one? I mean, I pressed something wrong. I never meant it. Because ad hominem and ad hoc, those are really two things that I know it really well. Because if you ever actually made ad hominem attack, you're being really nasty. Because it's really about human being. You attack someone, it's about personal, against someone's personal issues. Like, oh, she's too small. Like, attacking on someone's availabilities like ad hominem. And ad hoc is a specialty, focusing on something very specified, ad hoc. I mean, those two things that I learned because they're very common in English. I got it. I mean, I just actually didn't press something. Right? 아씨, 갑자기 이거는 내가 진짜 잘못 누른 거고. 이것도 알고 처음부터 맞췄고 이것도 처음부터 맞고 처음에 틀린 거 이거 틀렸어 이거 틀렸고 파라토스 이거 틀렸고 아 모르는 거 아닌데 지금 잘못 눌렀어요. 야 똑바로 좀 눌러. 아 이렇게 터칭하면 안 돼. 놀러 콘텐츠를 이런 거 알고 조심해. 이것도 맞췄지. 서브로사 이거 틀렸어. 이건 나 맞췄다. Rare opinion 뜻이야. Rare. Rara avis. Prima facie on the face. 가수수 이것도 맞췄어. Case for war. 가수수 belli. Fact the number of these not words. I got it. Benedicite, bless you. I got it. First time. Anasort, a terrible year. I got it at once. Cogito, definitely. I think therefore I am. I got it at once. Murto in fav, a lot in later. I got it at once. Corpus delicti, definitely got it at once. I really got it. I mean, I'm not lying. I actually really got 83 percentile in my first trial. I really know it. It's not really guessing. Ad hominem and ad hoc, those are really two things that I know really well because they're very common in English. And ad nauseam and ad absurdum. Ad absurdum and ad nauseam and ad a series that I know in pretty well because they're all part of philosophy. These are really part of philosophy. Oh, you know, I have to put up on a coating and have to be very cautious in terms of pressing. 좀 잘 눌러요. It's really tough, you know, if you ever actually press something righteously. I'm not lying. No, I'm not lying. No, I really actually got it correct, but it's very tough to press it. I have no difficulty understanding. I swear, Lord. It's not really... Oh, shoot. I really actually know it. Let's try to actually check my understanding here. What are you doing? Please let me actually have it. I really actually know it. Ah, please, please, please. Please let me have it. Please, I'm begging you. Oh, you know, BuzzFeed, they had a very beautiful one. Or even actually you want to try any Latin and French. The vocabulaire latin quiz. Anatomy? Yeah, anatomy I can actually do. Oh no, I had a lesson. What do you mean by that? Oh, what are you doing? Oh, why would you not actually let me handle it? Anything. Book thief, you know, I just do it. Whatever things. I don't mind. Anything is possible. I'm being very serious. Let me actually demonstrate my understanding. It's really correct. I'm not faking anything. Yeah, I'd like to please. Time flies. Of course I can do it. What does it mean? No. Oh, we have so many. Time flies. Tempo suffusit. Absolute, very easy. What are you? What are you? I came. Vini vici vide. Time fugit, definitely easy one. Where is it? Vini vici. Vini vici. Good. And a clean slate. Tabula rasa. Tabula. Let the buyer caveat emptor. In wine there is the truth. Vino. 뭐가 되겠지? Vino. Aquavite. In wine there is aquavite 아니가. Aquavite. Vino in vino verita 맞네. Vino aqua divine genius. Vino, or I think in cosita or orgothon. I said a vino ahead of time, even before I see anything. Entirely toto. These are all because of French. My French dictionary contains so many Latin words. I kind of memorized this kind of. Before that, I've never even heard about them. These are all thanks to French. I never even heard about these type of expressions before. In toto. Toto. In toto, I saw it. Where is it? In toto. Here. Just calm down. In place of here, in loco parentis. This is a very common one. In loco parentis. Excuse me, I'm not faking anything. I'm not actually faking anything. What do you want me to do? In an unacceptable persona non grata. Persona non grata. Muy bien. Inglés in vitro. All for the greater glory of God. What is that? Divide impera? I don't know that one. The creator of God. El Maorium Gloriam. In the year Anno Domini. A second half. Alter ego. By the fact itself. De facto. De facto인데. ipso facto니까 등신아. Water life. The aqua vitae. Out of many, the United States. E pluribus unum. Do you not have an Excelsior? To infinity anything. Do you not have an Excelsior? It's to be demonstrated? What is that? To be demonstrated? Quod era demonstratum. 100% certain. Yes, you mean. You know what? I learned it from. Many of our. I actually within a year, I learned it from Black Laws Dictionary, but most of them from Larousse French Dictionary. French people always actually learn this kind of stuff. I kind of realized that. I don't know. The European people are really interested in these because that's really their language. The course of one's life. What do we actually call the course of one's life? I don't know. What's an no? Course of one's life. Primus inter pares. Really? That's not really. Postscriptum, I know. This one, then, I know. Siempre fidelis, I know. Primus inter pares. I have no other option. Curriculum vitae. That's a curriculum vitae. Course of one's life. Okay. Solo terra firma. Muy interesante. Terra firma, and for the good. For the good. Pro bono. Divide and reign. Divide et impera. For the rest, etc. In the mens rea. Composmentis. Means mea culpa, no. That's a composmentis. Et tu brute. First among equals. Primus inter pares. 진짜. First primary inter pares among so many different equal. Why parrot? Why pares is equal? Do you know the reason why? Yes. Because in French, parity is equality. Parity, even in English. For that reason, primary, the first one among many equal thingy. Primus inter pares. Okay, God. Great. Thank you, French. I like you. My fault, mea culpa. Thank you, French. I appreciate your contribution to my Latin. May you have the body, habeas corpus, Lord, by head. Per capita. Genau, that's a Deutsch. Nourishing mother, alma mater. After that, post-mortem. Written later, post-scripto. What? It's really nice. Written later, post-scripto Monday. May he rest in peace, I know. Requieme requisca in peace. 그다음부터 엄청 쉽다. Remember, you must die. Memento mori. Something for something. Quid pro quo. Seize the day. Carpe diem. The other way, vice versa. No, I didn't. Vice versa. 아직 더레스 저 그럴 시간 있는지 모르고 좀 느리게 했어. 일부러 그런 거 있는지 몰랐어. 다 해야 되지. vice versa예요. 아직 안 했는데. 그리고 다 하는 건데 그 나머지 뒤 진짜 쉬운 거란 말이에요. 안 돼. 시간이 그거 있는지 몰랐어. 그리고 그거 뭐야. quid pro quo. 이거 다 하는 건데. 미치겠네. 진짜 몰랐어요. 뭐 잘못 누를까봐 되게 천천히. vice versa. mens rea 이런 거 다 하는데. 안 돼. 진짜 다 하는 거란 말이야. 미치겠네. 시간 있는지 몰랐어. 미치겠다. 시간이 그거 한지 모르고 천천히 풀었는데 어떡해. 나 진짜 하는 건데 어떡해. 안 돼. 난 진짜 하는 거란 말이에요. 진짜 거짓말 안 치고 하는 거란 말이에요. 뭐이래. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 진짜 아는 건데 갑자기 모르고 그 시간이 있는지. I didn't really know that there was a time limit, so I wasn't taking away enough time out of caution, because I normally had a very bad history whenever I actually pressed something radically quick, either by my slippery fingers or my misperception. For whatever reason, I was actually taking enough time with no understanding about the time limit. My gosh, I really know what? I really regret it. Because these are really the things. Do you not have Excelsior, the New York State, and I'm going up above? The silver lining slave. Are you not gonna do that? Oh my gosh, I can. Let me actually finish it. Can I actually try it once more? 잠깐만 여기 한 번만 더 해보면 안 돼요? 너무 억울했어. 지금 그거부터 먼저 아까 안 한 거부터 먼저 하면 안 돼요? 거짓말해서 답도 없는데 한 번만 하자. In glass, in vitro 한 번 더 해볼게요. In vitro 빨리빨리 해. By head of Brocapit 어디 갔어? Brocapita. First among the Primus inter pares. Primus inter pares. I really know it. After that, post mortem. In the year Anno Domini, for the good pro bono. Nor alma mater seize the day. Carpe diem. My fault, mea culpa. Mea culpa. The curriculum vitae. To be demonstrated. Quod erat demonstratum. May you have the body. May you have the body. Habeas corpus. Water aqua vitae. In wine, in vino veritas. May he rest in peace. Requiem. Requiescat in pace is peace. Really? Yeah, pacifier. By the factus that ipso facto. Remember memento mori. Before the antebellum. To infinity ad infinitum. Ad maiorem Dei gloriam. With the caveat emptor. Entire in toto. In you, brother, et tu, brute. Divine and reign. Divide impera. The other way, vice versa. Just do it quickly. Always be siempre fideli. Siempre is Italian, sempre. Terra firma. Written later, post scriptum PS. In command of one's mind, compos mentis, mentalitet. Ecclesia tabula lasa. And I saw Vini Vici. Out of an eblurium, the United States, right? Second half, alter ego. Cogito ergo sum, that is. Id est, dame. Persona non grata. And time tempo time flees. Le temps s'écoule. Yeah, and the rest, etc. Something quid pro quo. In the place of a parent, loco parentis. Muy bien, sir. I really couldn't actually handle it in time. Excuse me, I learned it from French and the American law. Loco parenti. In loco parentis, in the compose, menti compose, that's really kind of in the law. Means unless habeas corpus, these are really local. I mean, I'm not lying. This is my mom. Corpus. Body or enormous amount of work. Imply, mean. It's not allowed to thrive. But I have a proven. Think about it. Parity in French, parity means equality. I mean, in English it's also acceptable, but it's not really that common. Not really the first choice. Equality and equity would be probably the first choice. Paritaire, c'est très commun. Ah, then pareil. Intere pareil. That's really understandable because in Latin, pari means everything equal. Acceptable. Dictum. Anticipation. What are you doing? It's really mean. Involve having as a necessary feature. Hold on. I feel a bit cold, so I need to put up on my floating. You can actually watch me, right? I'm actually not so sure whether this can actually truly see my performance. Always have a clean paper with nothing on it. God, ready? Do we not have anything? Yeah, currently we do not have any working pen except that one. We're ready to use it. We're good to use it. I really don't mind. Dog Day, very hot day. It's really like the opposite of the Groundhog Day. During the winter, the midst of the winter, you just actually, get yourself bundled up in a snuggie. Right? And that kind of idea. The Dog Day, very harsh, challenging days with high temperature. Even in your life, you had a Dog Day. Who's my mom? You want me to actually write CNN? CNN 지금 가도 되고 Fox News 가도 되고. I really don't want. I like Fox because it's a funny news. It's interesting news.
Up this many months later, but to have embraced the addiction that was going on in the family. I mean, it's something that so many millions of Americans and their families are dealing with too.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It might have even been an illuminating or a transparent teaching moment.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's a scandal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now Hunter Biden's decisions are tied to potentially Joe Biden's decisions.
Mm-hmm.
It's not true that people have said that he did not meet with this member of the Burisma board, the Ukrainian company. They simply said that it wasn't on his official schedule, and then they changed the story to say he may have met with him, but just in passing. So we're not clear yet about Joe Biden's role in this, but we do know that Hunter Biden does reference him, discussed with a media outlet that the only reason he was on the board in the first place was because his last name was Biden. And that begs the question about, well, were these really business dealings? Because Hunter Biden wasn't an expert in any of these fields that he was getting paid. So what was he selling?
Yeah,
and he says, I wouldn't have gotten these positions if I wasn't a Biden. So really, he's admitting to selling influence because his dad was the vice president. In terms of how this...
So right now, at the very beginning, they've been actually already having a conversation before I even watched it. Maybe the Hunter Biden's a problem with the drug addiction in the first place. Now, it has been evolved into something serious. It used to be about transparent teaching. So you've been actually delivering this type of a solemn instruction to your children, because in America there are lots of families struggling with the drug addictions for sure. So this type of opportunity was a really great chance to talk about one's personal issues and comportment. But now it has been scandalized in the face of presidential election, because Hunter Biden could be the next first son, and he had a history of drug addiction, so it's really the reason why it actually gets a certain publicity, even to the degree of a serious criticism. And that was really what I heard when I first turned on. There's a beautiful African American moderator who mentioned the story, right? And then there was a blondie one who said that it's a really different story. Hunter Biden, in recent days, truly does made a reference by referring to his dad, and he admits that he would have never gotten the job if his last name had not been the Bidens. I mean, if he were not a Biden, then there could have almost zero chance that he would be part of the Burisma. He would have never even be placed inside the boardroom of the Ukraine semi-state-owned company named Burisma. There was no chance he would have ever been vested in power. There's no chance. He kind of actually admits that. And he actually briefly makes a reference to his father's name, saying that there could be a certain type of recognition about his own status as a formal vice president. At that time, he was a sitting vice president, incumbent vice president. When Hunter Biden was actively serving his role in the boardroom of Burisma, Vice President Joe Biden was indeed active, and he was actively serving vice presidency, right? And at the very beginning, there had been no recognition whether he had been part of this Burisma event. But, right now, there is a certain indication hinting at the possibility he could have even actually met a certain relative of Fox from the Burisma board. Not just Hunter Biden, but even Joe Biden's involvement could have been possibly existed well before. This could be possible. That's really what has been said. I'm not really having any difficulty, but nothing is clearly indicated. One thing we can guarantee is that Hunter Biden had no history in this business, and he was not at all related to energy development or any type of engineering related to the Burisma's main business. Burisma is an energy company. But, then it's really kind of anybody's, guessing. Anyone can actually make this type of guessing that Hunter Biden would have never even gotten that kind of lofty and high-paid position if he had never had a father named Joe Biden. That's what it is around. This much is true. Then if that is really the premise we can all agree upon, and even Hunter Biden drops that kind of connotation, then this begs the question, what was really the role of Joe Biden in this equation? What type of this constant named Joe Biden played in this game? Can we actually make any type of guessing, an educated guess per se? What was really the role of Joe Biden when Hunter Biden was serving his role as the prototype of sinecure? Now, he was really the person who was placed in a very cushy role with not many things to perform. His tasks were very much minimized. He was not really energy expert who actually delved into this enterprise, and he had no previous history with this region, and he didn't even actually speak proper languages. And everyone actually everyone was wondering if so, and even at this point is actually thinking, if that would be the case, what type of role had Joe Biden played? That's really the very question chased after by many at this moment. It's a very interesting, because in recent day, Hunter Biden, not just his drug history or his romance with former sister-in-law, and everything is now gets really complicated. Now Hunter Biden's choice had been somehow interpreted and construed as a Joe Biden's choice at this moment, because President Donald Trump viciously attacks Joe Biden for having made this corruptive decisions, which were seemingly done by Hunter Biden. But who could be a puppeteer? That drug addict or his powerful father? Who would be the one? Definitely President Donald Trump knows no mercy, right? It's been very vicious to go after him. Of course, the entire Bidens are going to go through excessive scrutiny, New York Post and different sources. They're dying to dig further and get the dirt on the Bidens, the entire family, the Bidens, right? It's very interesting. Hunter Biden kind of insinuates that he would have never gotten that lucrative job post had it not been Joe Biden there for him. That was really the indication. Without Joe Biden, he would have never actually obtained that post, which was really well-paying job, right? So if that premise, if that, underlying condition would be something we could all agree upon, the next question is naturally about Biden's potential role in that game. Then what type of actual influence Joe Biden at the time as a sitting vice president exercised? That's really the question. It's really kind of natural subsequential order. It begs the question about the role of Joe Biden during the period, during his tenure. Think about it. That's a really question. It's very easy to understand that. Now, every little error made by Hunter Biden has been tied up with Joe Biden. It's been presented as Joe Biden's mistake or his indiscretion. That's what has been said. So first, when I turned on, they've been actually talking about Hunter Biden's drug addict history. He had been addicted to drug. He had an addiction problem. He's junkie. He used to be. So he went to rehabilitation center. He had to actually get himself cleaned. And there are lots of him and histories there. But the thing is, that's a really different issue. So it was supposed to be a very humane moment inside the Biden family. It's because there are many families in America sharing the similar type of stories because of the heroin addicts or fentanyl addictions, right? There are many drug addicts out there who are actually desperately facing dire consequences coming from overdose of antibiotics or opioids, right? Or painkillers. But it could actually be a very touching moment for many American families. Oh, even actually, the once upon a time, those type of powerful politicians are not that different from our human history or our everyday life. We're not really that exceptional, and everyone can be relatable in this fight against the drug addiction. That could be the choice. But the thing is now, it got somewhat twisted because Donald Trump is so openly attacking the entire family of the Bidens. As if they're the one who truly bore the hallmarks of moral probity. So they somehow failed to meet up the criteria. And Donald Trump is very angry about their own hypocrisy from his perspective. Because there had been an incongruity. Well, that's what it is about. I really don't mind. It's very easy to see. Let me upload this